The white boy. Memory is a fluid thing, even when it's young. Throw in emotions in the passing seasons, and it flows like a meandering river through the light and dark places of my mind. At some point, in the passing of time, you begin to question the memories, what was said, by whom, and even the place and time. But even after many years, I don't question the eyes. They seem indelibly etched in the memory of a 10-year-old Mexican boy. The eyes of the hungry, white boy who came to dinner one balmy summer evening and stayed a few months. I remember the desperation in those eyes. Sometimes late in the evening when I'm reading, I look out the darkened window beside my bed and I can see their paleness, their blue paleness, reflecting back at me. I can still feel them. Hungry eyes never leave you. It was a Saturday, early evening, and for the moment, all was finally settled. All had been forgiven. Not that the day had started out that way or that forgiving had been in the offing. A blistering sun had hung low overhead all week, all summer, and our frenetic work in the field had worn us down to our basic elements, while the sun had baked us until we were undistinguishable from the dry brown dirt we worked in. Mercifully, the sun was in retreat that evening, I recall, making its way across the Skagit River and down the western horizon. For a moment, the orange, fiery orb lingered over a white farmhouse and red barn that lay in a curious crook beside the river. Then the sun gave up on us, and the evening became pleasantly balmy. For a long week, the farmer had us working from sunup to sundown in a massive north field about 10 minutes from the camp along the riverbank. The summer had been an exceptionally hot one, and the strawberries were ripening at the same time. The farmer knew if the berries weren't picked quickly, they would shrivel up and he would lose a lot of money. Other than a few head of cattle he raised and sold, strawberries were his only crop that year. And now his back was up against the barn door. At the beginning of the week, he told Salvador, the camp foreman, if we finished the field by Friday, he would throw us a camp party and give us a few days off. He said he would provide all the Olympia beer the men could drink and hamburgers, hot dogs, and chicken the women could barbecue. We didn't hear benevolence in the farmer's offing. It was desperation, pure and simple. But desperation or benevolence mattered little to us. For people accustomed to dirt in our beans, in the harshness of the summer heat on our backs, it sounded like a festival. It was something to hope for, and to a child that can mean the difference between joy and despair. All the families in the camp decided they would work extra hard and long into the summer evening to finish by Friday. We worked like dogs all week, and by early evening on Friday, we found ourselves at least 4 hours short of finishing the huge field. When it got too dark to see the strawberries, we had to quit. As we climbed back onto the flatbed truck, we could see the farmer talking to Salvador in the unfinished field, kicking the soft dirt with his boot, hands deep in his front pockets. We knew little about the farmer. He appeared to be in his mid-50s, tall and lean. He always wore a baseball cap with the International Harvester logo on the front, white t-shirt, blue jeans, and red wing work boots. No one talked disparagingly about him, not openly anyway, because his demands were always channeled through Salvador. We never dealt with him directly. Whether in the fields or in camp, he never acknowledged us. He seemed to look through us. It was like we were ghosts. Not that we cared. He was a ghost to us as well. What I know of him now, from the vantage point of over 50 years of passing seasons and dirt beneath my feet, as he provided better housing for his cattle than he did the Mexicans who worked for him. What that said about him may be open for interpretation, but not by me.